Hello and welcome to Levant TV headlines. Fresh US-led strikes have hit Islamic State group targets in Syria overnight, both in its Raqqa province stronghold and in Aleppo province further west. US President Barack Obama has admitted that the United States underestimated the threat posed by Islamic State fighters in Syria as the US-led coalition continued its air campaign. Human Rights Watch says Turkey is undergoing a worrying rollback on human rights under the rule of President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, with curbs on judicial independence and media freedom. Islamist gunmen have killed 2 soldiers in western Algeria less than a week after jihadist-linked militants beheaded a French hostage they abducted east of the capital. And Hong Kong's authorities have announced they were withdrawing riot police from the streets of the protest-racked city in a major concession to pro-democracy demonstrators. Now let's take a look at the top headlines in today's newspapers in the Middle East. Starting in the UAE, the Khalij Times reports that US President Barack Obama said that US intelligence agencies underestimated ISIS activity inside Syria, which has become ground zero for militants worldwide. The paper also reports that Saudi Arabia has said unprecedented challenges facing Yemen since rebels took over the capital could threaten international security, and called for swift action to deal with instability in its southern neighbour. From Lebanon, the Daily Star reports that Head General Security said that negotiations to secure the release of Lebanese army and police personnel held hostage by Syrian militants were on the right track. The paper also reports that Lebanese forces leader Samir Jaja says Hezbollah and Free Patriotic Movement leader Michel Aoun are responsible for the power vacuum that has been gripping Lebanon for more than 4 months. And the Egypt Independent reports that former First Deputy Supreme Guide of the Muslim Brotherhood, Mohammed Habib, said the integration of the Brotherhood in political life requires the group to review its ideas and denounce violence. The paper also reports that Lebanese Prime Minister Tamam Salam said he's mediating between Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and Turkish President Erdogan. Now let's take a look at the top Middle East news from UK papers. The Independent leads its Middle East news reporting that Defence Secretary Michael Fallon says no one in Britain should be under any illusion that the fight against ISIS will be a weekend campaign. The paper adds that he said the government would keep open the option of returning to Parliament to seek permission to extend airstrikes into Iraq. The Telegraph leads its Middle East news reporting that the head of Syria's al-Qaeda-linked Nusra Front has said US-led airstrikes will not defeat Islamists in Syria and warned that militants might launch retaliatory attacks against Western countries. The paper said Abu Muhammad al-Golani, in an audio message posted on pro-Nusra jihadi forums, urged European and US citizens to denounce the US actions if they wanted to keep out of the war. And The Guardian reports that Iranian state television has accused the BBC of trying to steal artistic, historical and cultural documents from government archives in the Islamic Republic. The paper says the BBC had no immediate comment on the claim, though Iran has a history of accusing the British broadcaster. Now let's take a look at the top Middle East headlines in international papers. From Germany, the Deutsche Welle reports that a hospital run by the Shiite Houthi rebel group has been attacked northeast of the Yemeni capital of Sana'a. The paper says the attack coincided with a demonstration in the capital against its occupation by Shiite militants. And finally, China's Global Times reports that as many as 1,500 Kurdish fighters have joined their fellow Kurds in Syria's northern city of Kobani to fight against the Islamic State militants, who have been on a crushing offensive for control over that key Kurdish city. And for more updates, please visit levant.tv. Thanks for watching. Be sure to join us again tomorrow. Bye for now.